Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look at a Voodoo 2 a viewer sent me. This is from Majay and the card doesn't work. I don't know yet exactly what's not working, but before I plug this card into the system, I want to make sure that there is nothing very obvious wrong with the card. So I will first inspect the card under the microscope, and then if everything looks okay, we will test the card and see how it behaves in its broken state right now. So let's not waste any time and have a closer look. Okay, so let's have a look what is happening on this card. It's a little bit dirty, but no, this card is very old, so... what is that? Okay, this just looked like a solder bridge, but it's not. Okay. I have a strong suspicion that this card will have weak solder joints, like so many other cards I had before, so we'll see. Or maybe we'll find some of them that are loose. If we find weak solder spots, then this will be a very easy repair. Oh no, I lost it, but that looked like a piece of metal. Where did it go? Gone forever. But that looked odd. Well, that could have been the problem. We'll see. We'll still test the card. And this card definitely needs a proper cleaning. So far, the solder joints are really good. Okay. So this is one of the TMU chips. It did have this odd metal piece in here. I'm pretty sure this was metal. And if this one shorted some of these pins here in that corner, where do these pins go? They go to the memory. Might not be that this card was suffering from this. So I think we still might have something else, another issue on this card. Okay, how do the resistors look? There is no damage on the board. Strap resistors are all in place here. I had one Voodoo card, one of these resistors was broken, or was it on the other side? I don't remember. I think it was one of these resistor arrays. Did somebody work here? This is flux. Now I have to inspect the memory chips. Right now I just want to verify that nothing is terribly wrong with this card, and then we'll plug it into a system and see what output we get in Mojo. I'll use Mojo. And maybe we also can use Witchery. Witchery is still not publicly released, but I know that development is ongoing. So these solder joints here, they do look a little bit worn out. It's not as bad as I have seen them on other cards, but I think if I try to move a pin, it is going to shift to one side. Let's see. Yeah, this one is definitely moving, so we could just have an issue with weak solder connections here. That's it. Okay, apart from the card being a little bit dirty, it does look okay. I don't want to wash it right now because then I will not be able to test it or work on it properly, because it will take at least 3-4 hours for it to dry, and this is here in Dubai. We have 40 degrees in April. That's a little bit early this year. But yeah, summer is definitely here. Okay, those chips look good. Now I just want to go over the SMD components quickly. And oh, this one melted. This should be a nice plastic square around this entire crystal, but this definitely was exposed to some heat. I think somebody tried something on this card. Let's check the back of the card. More flogs. Yeah, I really think somebody maybe replaced this connector. This is the SLI connector. There was definitely some work being done on this card. And we have a scratch. Okay. This one looks like the trace has cracked. Let's grab. Oh no. So that trace, even though it looks bad, it is still connected. And this one I'm pretty sure is also connected. Where does this go? Oh no, this goes under the sticker. Yeah. Yes. So unfortunately this is not our issue, but we definitely need to rework these traces. There was a bad hit somewhere here, and you know the rules. Now we have to look around if we find somewhere something else. Okay, I don't see anything suspicious right now, even though we have these scratches on the PCB. Okay. Yeah, this is only a capacitor. This one should not cause an issue, however, that's also not good. Capacitor. I don't see any damage right around it. Okay, I think the card is safe to be plugged in. Oh, the memory chips, but I think the memory chips should be okay. I'll have a look at them quickly and let's see if I can find something. So no, memory chips look all good. I plugged the card into the system now. Let's see if Mojo detects the card, and then if it does and there are issues, then we run Witchery. Okay, let's see if the card is here in the device manager. Yes, it shows up, but that's not really an indicator if the card works. Let's see if the card initializes. Yes. Okay. This card seems to be working. Yes, the card is detected. I think I have to go back and see what the issue with this card is supposed to be. But is this the first time in history that an item got fixed while shipping it? Because usually it's the other way around. No, this card works. Well, that repair attempt got to a very quick end. Just if you're wondering, I'm running this on a Pentium 200, so that is why the frame rate is so bad with the Voodoo 2. This is not... What are these colors on the floor? What happened? Is this normal? Was this floor always blue? Don't know. That I think I saw this the first time now. Okay, so definitely there are issues with a card that may be intermittent. So that the card works right now doesn't mean anything. Let's try something a little bit more demanding. What frame rate do we have? 10 frames, okay. Hey, 20. Okay, let's see if I can get to instability, because this card started to be not stable and then Mojo didn't detect the TMUs. So either way, I think to make this worthwhile, that it was shipped, I want to make sure that the card will work after I return it. Okay, so Mojo definitely detects the card and it looks to be working well. I think all that's wrong might have been that there was that metal piece, or it is just weak solder joints, depending on the temperature, depending on how long the card runs. Once they expand a little bit because the chips get warmer, it might be that some of the connections weaken further, and then there's a very bad electrical connection, and that could cause instability. That's all I can think of right now. And of course, we will fix these damaged traces that have lost the solder mask. But otherwise, the card seems to be working. But before we continue, let me thank today's video sponsor, PCBWay. If you're looking for top-notch PCB manufacturing, then check out PCBWay. From prototypes to full production runs, their easy-to-use platform and excellent customer support makes it a breeze. Plus, they provide assembly services to bring your designs to life. PCBWay offers other services like CNC machining, 3D printing, sheet metal fabrication, and injection molding. So PCBWay could be your one-stop shop for all your needs. I should know because I'm using their services quite a bit these days. Head over to PCBWay.com and start building today. Links are in the video description. Okay, let's start. So you see how shiny the new solder versus the old one is, right? So there's still flux on it, but yeah, so this is my definition of weak solder joints. Now, when I go over those ones, they will look shiny as well. And then this card should be fine for another, well, hopefully 20 years or more. There's still a lot of stuff in between these pins. Fibers and, I don't know, dirt. Comes all out now when I'm heating these pins. The FBI chip is more difficult to reflow because it has longer pins. There's more solder stored there. And if you're not careful trying to remove these solder bridges, you will end up pushing pins together. And then this becomes a totally different amount of work. There we go. I got it. So yeah, every few pins you have to make sure you get rid of the excess solder that's accumulating on the soldering tip. Otherwise you will build bridges. I think this looks really good. As I said before, this card was just a little bit dirty. So yeah, the results are really, really nice. All the pins were straight. There was nothing that was bent or broken. So we just reflowed the solder and that's it. Okay, let's try the card. I set up a better system now. We are using a Coppermine 1000, so 1 gigahertz, and let's try and put this card through its paces. Let's see if the card is installed. I don't even know. Yes, so we do have a Voodoo 2 accelerator here. Let's see if it shows up in the properties. Oh, this is maybe a different driver. Let me update the driver and use the same one that I used on the other system. Now we have it, and... uh-oh. That's not good. What is Mojo reporting? No, Mojo works, so... I think it's a driver issue. Oh. It came through? Okay, it did. I have no idea why this took so long. So yeah, a card not working properly may not be a hardware issue. It could be that it's just drivers or leftover files that influence how the driver works or works correctly, and then suddenly you think the card is faulty, but it's actually not the case. And Mojo detected the card. Oh. Huh. We are not yet done with this card, and I thought it's an easy fix. I think I have to use a utility that is able to remove the drivers from the system and reinstall a fresh copy of the latest driver, maybe. That would be the best solution. 3DFX, yes. Okay, so we did remove a lot of files. If Mojo detects the card and 3D Mark tells me there's a problem, I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. Let's see. Aha! It was the driver. Ah, okay. So, new 3D benchmark. Let's just get the two games set up and we will do 800 by 600 triple buffering, Voodoo 2 accelerator, Pentium 3 optimizations. So let's just see. We can compare what we got before. Yes. Great. Okay, it was just a driver issue. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't expect anything else. I would have been very surprised if there would be something else wrong with this card. This was in really good condition. I really believe there was just a solder joint or some of the solder joints around the 3DFX chips got weak over time, and yeah, you got these erratic behaviors that you can't really reproduce. We see the floor here. Looks good now as well. So maybe we did have some issues with the previous run. And we get 45 frames per second. So this Voodoo 2 is working.
I'm hit. Burn. Man down. Yeehaw. I've got the flash.
Double kill. Ultra killing spree. Kill. Headshot. Double kill. Multi-kill. Ultra kill.
I've got the flag.
Rampage. Double kill. Congratulations, you are the winner.
So yeah, this Voodoo 2 is definitely working. There is no doubt in my mind that this card is 100% functional. And now I'm sure that it will be working for a very long time. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to support my work, head over to Patreon. Thank you PCBWay for sponsoring this video. And thank you for your time. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Take care and bye bye.
I'm hit and